There are two things that stand out in this movie. One is that it starts with credits, no music, no background, just the credits on a blank canvas. And two, that it's really short, at least for movies nowadays. As you notice, neither has anything to do with the movie itself, which is a problem. Since I've seen this movie in the sneak, I didn't know what genre it was, so for me the turn was a surprise. But if you go into the movie knowing what you want to watch, the surprise will not happen to you. So for me, this movie started as a basic British robbery story, and it very quickly becomes apparent that the would-be victims have something to hide. Again, since I've seen this as a surprise, I didn't know that was coming, so that was kind of nice. From this point forward, this movie turns into a thriller, kind of a cat and mouse game between the apparent victims and the apparent criminals, which twists and turns around a bit. And there are little hits sprinkled in with what goes really on in this house. But I don't want to spoil anything. This may not be a great movie, but it's still entertaining to watch. The story and the cinematography is creepy enough to keep you on your toes, and the story is interesting enough to keep you guessing what's really going on. The acting varies from good to serviceable at best. The standout is Sylvester McCoy, who looked very familiar to me, and then it turns out that he played Radagast in The Hobbit. He also played the Seventh Doctor, but I didn't watch Doctor Who, so I don't know. Particularly annoying is Andrew Ellis, who plays a typical bumbling idiot kind of character, and in one scene he eats some chips or some cookies so aggressively loud and smacking that I almost screamed in the cinema. I really hate people who eat loudly, so that's really got on my nerves. Interesting in this is Jake Curran. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it. He plays the essential British small-time gangster. The character is cocky, arrogant, pushy, and manipulative. So he's not really a nice guy, but it's really convincingly played. So that's kind of nice. The lead, Maisie Williams, it's not really a clear case if she's good or bad. She drifts between her worst Game of Thrones acting, which is bad, and decent acting. Overall, she unfortunately is not a very convincing lead. I'm guessing she's still milking her Game of Thrones fame a bit, but yeah, as a lead in this movie, she's not really that convincing. Overall, there are 7 actors in this movie. All of them have a role to play, so there's no unnecessary filler, which is really nice. And all of them fill the roles that they're giving, so it all fits together nicely. This is not a good movie, but there are far worse movies out there, especially in the cheaper kind of horror genre. There are very much movies out there that are very worst. The story is a bit predictable, but grounded. There's no overpowered slasher, there's no out of the blue senseless twist. It all kind of fits. The acting is good enough to move the story along, but it's not outstanding. So if you like horror/thriller movies and you can give smaller productions a chance, giving the short runtime of this movie, this could be interesting for you, but maybe not in the cinema. Maybe that is more a movie you should watch at home with your favorite streaming service. Interestingly enough, this movie is from 2020, so I don't know why it's in the movies now. I'm guessing it had something to do with the pandemic. But yeah, basically this movie is 2 years old and now it starts to come into the cinemas. So maybe this movie is already available in streaming services from the UK. I don't know, but yeah. It could be interesting if you open-minded with thrillers that are not extremely good but serviceable. This could be entertaining for you.